What's up guys? Welcome to another video. In this video, I will show you how to send and receive message to ActiveMQ using Spring Boot application. Alright, let's get started. I already prepared actually a sample Spring Boot application for our ActiveMQ. So basically for this simple demonstration, I will show you let me show how how to implement it in Spring Boot application. As always, I'll show you the required library or the dependency that we need. For ActiveMQ, we only need this single library, okay? Spring Boot Starter ActiveMQ. But then again, since this is a web application demo, I will need to include also this Spring Boot Starter web. Alright, so yeah, that's all. Two library only. Then after including the required library, we also need to configure our application properties. For ActiveMQ, we only need these 3 lines of configuration minimum. Of course, if you need to if you require some advanced configuration, you need to add those configuration, right? But for this simple demonstration, I only need these 3. Okay, so if you watch my previous tutorial, I also show how to install ActiveMQ. So in my when I install the ActiveMQ, I use this port. Let me show it to you. Yeah, last time this is how I installed it. So we basically install expose to export. This is for the application. This is for admin console. So as you can see in our configuration, I use 61616, this one. So yeah, so you should take note when you install your ActiveMQ, you should use the same port, right? Otherwise you won't be able to connect. So yeah, basically I install it in my local. That's why I use localhost and use the same port, right? Then for the user and password, the default is admin. So yeah, that's the reason why we use this. All right, so after configuring our ActiveMQ, we can send message already using our JMS template. All right, this JMS template internally will create a connection factory. The connection factory will use this configuration to connect to our ActiveMQ server or broker. All right. Okay, so let me show you how to send message to our ActiveMQ. So in this demo, I will send to this queue name or destination name this dummy message. Okay, let's run this first. So we trigger this endpoint curl http local host 8080, the default port for our Spring Boot application. Then this endpoint, which is send. All right, so we send this dummy message to this queue name. Oh, sorry about that. I forgot. By the way, this one is how to subscribe to uh, our message. Later, I will explain this to you. For the time being, I will explain first. For the meantime, I will uh, explain first how to do it manually. Okay, so again, as I said, I will send message to this queue name, and I will retrieve it manually using this same API GMS template. Okay, so again, let me send. All right, so you can see here, message sent. So now, after sending it, let's try to receive it. This time I will hit this endpoint, receive, receive. All right, so we expect, since we are receiving it for since we are receiving it from this destination name or queue name, which is the same where we send the message, so we expect to receive this message, hello world ActiveMQ. Okay, all right, so yeah, we managed to receive the message. So it's successful, right? We successfully send and receive message to our ActiveMQ broker. So let's move to our next topic, which is how to subscribe. To subscribe to our JMS listener, or to our RabbitMQ, for this particular queue name or destination name, we just need to use this JMS listener. Okay, and that's it, as simple as that. So yeah, we just make sure, for example, we send message here using this queue name. When we subscribe, we will use exactly the same queue or destination name here when we annotate. See, toolbar, right? So we this annotation is telling to the framework that we are subscribing to this particular queue or destination name. Okay, all right, let's test this. So this time we don't need to we do not need to retrieve it manually. We do not need this endpoint. We just send this, and automatically after sending it, it will be received here, because we have listener here, which is telling to the framework that we have subscribing to this particular uh, queue name. All right, so let's send. So after sending, we expect this message, hello world ActiveMQ, right, to our consumer. Yeah, this one we receive, right? So we basically print out this. That's it. So it's successfully received using without triggering this receive, without triggering manually this receive endpoint. We managed to receive the message because we subscribe using this annotation, JMS listener. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time, have a good one.